Oh my gosh, this store is so cool for people who do fiber crafting and paper crafting. There are so many things in here, and their dollar table was just huge. Look, the Kaboom hammers. We've seen the molds in almost every store, but not very often do I see the hammers, and this store had them. And this really wonderful Heidi Swap stamp set with the little rings that are magnetized to the thing. And these are great. If you cut the spikes off of the baster, then you have the opportunity to use it as a glue dotting tool to just dot glue down on paper that you're trying to glue to other paper. And that is such a really cool idea for using that. And these fluted biscuit cutters are so awesome because it's for really good sizes, and it comes with a little chain that holds them together, so you can use that little chain to make little keychains out of. So it's a 2-for-1 crafting item, which I thought was really interesting. And this, I wish I'd looked more closely at it when I was in the store, because I thought it was the same Southwestern style one, but it wasn't. Now that I'm doing the editing, I see that it was a different style and a different pattern, and one that I didn't have already, so I wish I'd bought that. These stencils are huge. They're probably a good 2.5, 3 feet long, and so they're big enough to go all the way around even the largest of cakes. So it's a great stencil for cakes, and it's even a great stencil for card making if you want to use it that way. And it was only $1.99, and you get 2 different stencils in there. I thought that was a great price, and the little bees are so cute. I didn't bring myself to pay 50 cents a piece for the little bees. These markers, there's apparently several different types of markers. Now that I own a Cricut, I'm actually looking at the different ways that the markers are packaged and what the different items that you can get in the marker packages. And I realize that there are a whole bunch of different styles of markers out there that I wasn't paying attention to. But now that I own a Cricut, I'm starting to pay attention to, and I'm kind of wishing that I'd bought those. And like, I needed another excuse to buy markers. I mean, really, if y'all have watched any of my videos at this point, you know I do not need any more markers, but I am such a marker hoarder. I love them so much. They are so awesome. You can do so many cool things with markers. And look at these beautiful glitter hearts. And one thing that I really loved about these glitter hearts is the fact that there's no glitter in the packages, which means that that glitter is really stuck well. I don't know if these were actually $1. I did not see a price on them, and usually these are $1.49, so I don't know if this store has them for $1, unlike all the other stores. But they're the edible sprays, and this one is the same thing. These are usually $1.99 or $1.49, but I didn't see any price tags on them. And I also didn't take any up to the register to find out for you, so my apologies for that one. But usually things on the dollar table that are not marked are actually $1. So it's quite possible that in this particular store, this is the Palm Coast store, that in this particular store, those decorations supplies are $1 instead of being $1.49 or $1.99. And if you've watched my videos, another thing that you've learned over time is that these Ollies have different prices for different items. Very few items are actually static as to what the price is from store to store to store. This is in a Basil box, but this is not Basil paper. This is Recollections glitter paper, but it is really pretty. However, as you can see, I'm trying to point out here that there is bits of glitter on the back of it, so it's not actually really well stuck. So if you get that, just bear in mind that you're probably going to have some glitter running around your craft room after a while. We found the M's. We're up to the M's. I can't remember how many different letters we've found, but we found the M's. The Palm Coast store has the M's. And I've been in this store before, but not very often. So I don't know how many of these things are the same as the last time I was there, or if they're different. And honestly, it's been so long since I've been in the Palm Coast store that I really don't remember what was there and what was not there before. So it's possible that some of these things are not new. I do know for a fact that this was not in the Palm Coast store. These baskets are starting to show up in Ollie's to Ollie's to Ollie's, along with a lot of the other Fibercraft items like these rolls of Offray ribbon. $1 for these rolls of Offray ribbon is a really good price. And this store had so much variety in these ribbons. Oh my gosh, they had so many different things. And look at how close these two colors of orange are, but one's fluorescent and one's not. That's the level of variety that they have. They have some that are so similar to each other, but they are slightly different. And there's one in here that I point out quite a bit because it confused me because it was thick in the middle and I was wondering what it looked like, but I didn't want to open it, so I did buy one. And I'm going to do a haul reveal on Sunday so that you can see some of the different things about it. Now, it does come up later that somebody had opened one, so I do get to show you what it actually looked like later on in this video. But it was interesting to look at because it definitely had some thickness in the center and some not thickness on the other sides. So I was waiting to see one. But I will do a haul reveal on Sunday. Speaking of my haul reveal coming up on Sunday, I will be doing a haul reveal. And it has been a while since I've done a giveaway. So please tune in on Sunday and see what I'm giving away, because I think it's a really cool prize this time, and I'll be giving away 2 of them. And these little butterfly make-your-own masks are so cool. That is such a neat idea for someone to put together for a kid's party or for an adult party. I looked at it closely on the side. It looks like there's 4 of them in there, but I couldn't see specifically where it said on the package how many there were, so take that into account. But if there's 4, that's 25 cents a mask, so you can have a party with 4 of your friends or 8 of your friends or however many people you want to show up and just color those and have a great time putting them together. I mean, great for kids, great for adults, great for anybody who wants to get together and have a great time, in my humble opinion. This is that ribbon I was talking about where it's thick in the middle. So I didn't see what it looked like there, but I did get an opportunity to look at it later. But this store had so much ribbon, so much ribbon. Absolutely huge selection of ribbon. So if ribbon is something that you're looking for, and you don't mind 3-yard versions of it, because most of these the spools are 3 yards of ribbon. So that's 3 yards of ribbon for $1, which is still cheaper than what Dollar Tree is doing. But oh my gosh, look at this beautiful paper. I bought one of these. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but I could not pass up these 2 beautiful pinks on top of each other. It was so pretty. And I don't really know what this brand is. I see these 4 letters a lot, but I don't really keep in my brain what the brand is, but I see it a lot and I know it's a really good brand. And look at these cool, beautiful glitters. If you're a glitter person, 25 cents a bottle for those beautiful colors of glitter is really amazing, because that's a good quantity of glitter for just $1. And it's a variety of glitter too. This video is nowhere near done, but I do want to say thank you very much to everybody who is watching and all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. Welcome back to my channel. I really enjoy having people in here and commenting and watching, and I hope that you're getting value for time from watching this. One of the people in the Chatty Crafty Guild, which is what we call ourselves, mentioned that those candies float, so they make really cool decorations for drinks. And I thought that was a neat idea, because I keep on mentioning that I want to see a queen cake, but the ability to use those in drinks is also really cool. This Sticko pack for $1 is an incredible value, and it's got some really cool vacation and travel stickers going along with it. And the die cut ones in the front, those are also stickers too. I did test some of those in one of my lives, because in my live streams I will do tests of products and things like that. And this Friday's live stream, the one that's coming up tomorrow, if you're watching this on Thursday, January 22nd, the one that's coming up on Friday, January 23rd, 2025. Nope, it's 2026. The one that's coming up on January 23rd, 2026. I am going to be making a card from start to finish, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A while I am making the card. So it'll be an interactive one in that we'll be doing Q&A. I will take suggestions on how to do the card, things like that, and I hope to see you there. My funds are usually live. No, my live streams are usually fun, and we have a good time because it's very interactive, because I'm not sitting there saying stuff and expecting people to watch passively. I want the interaction from the people who are watching it. I want the interaction from the people in the chat sitting there talking with me and chatting with me and giving me suggestions on it. So I'll be making a card, and that'll be what's going on in the live stream that's on tomorrow. Again, if you're watching this on January 22nd, the live that's coming up January 23rd, 2026. There were some really cool little packets, and I honestly haven't tried this out, but I think those might be the right size to put a gift card in. So you can adhere it to the inside of a card, a gift card, I mean a greeting card, and you can put a gift card inside there and it will stay in one spot. And they had these cute little stamps, but we've seen these stamps in a lot of stores. And some of the stores that I've seen them in, they were actually $0.25, not $1. These journals are so cool because there's little holes in the front, and you get a piece of embroidery thread and a plastic needle, and it gives you patterns on the inside where you can sit there and make with a pattern on the front to be whatever decoration you want it to be. You can either use the patterns that they give you, or you can choose your own pattern, and it's really a neat idea. And I bought one of those, and in one of my recent live streams, we tested it out and we looked at it, and it was a really neat little idea. These little cookie cutters we've seen many, many times, but the thing underneath them, oh my gosh, it's an EK tool thing. I'm not okay. First off, the ribbon. This is where I found the ribbon that had already been opened, and it was thick in the middle because it's gauzy on either side. This is beautiful ribbon, and they had lots of rolls of it, and that would be so cool in greeting card making. But look at these. This is EK Tools. It is $1 for these 6 pens, and I bought some of these, and I'm going to be testing them out and using them when I'm making the greeting card on tomorrow. If you're watching this January 22nd, the one that my live that I'm doing, quote, tomorrow, unquote, is going to be using some of those pens, because $1 for that EK tool set was an incredibly good price. Oh my gosh. And they had a lot of them in this Palm Coast store. So hopefully if that's something that you're looking for and you're close enough to get to the Palm Coast store and it's a worthwhile trip for you, that you get that opportunity. These are Park Lane ribbon, which means that they're usually 10 yards per roll, and they're $2. I don't usually buy these because they're too thick for what I want to use them for. I want to use my rolls of ribbon for card making. That one was Ofre. The Buffalo check one was Ofre, so I really think it was $1. And then this is also Ofre, and this beautiful glitter, but I didn't buy any of this because it's got wire edges, and I usually don't use wire-edged ribbon, even though I have occasionally bought some. And this store had a really good selection of really pretty vinyls, like this really gorgeous metallic pink one. I really thought this was a gorgeous vinyl, but I have a Cricut now, but I'm going to use my little Cricut Joy. I bought a Cricut Joy, and it's going to be used almost exclusively for writing out sentiments for card fronts and for the insides of cards that I can't buy, because I want to be able to put sentiments in there that are not available in stamp form. So that's why I bought that Cricut. So I probably won't use it for vinyl, but look at these. This is the same EK tool set. So there's even more of them in that box behind this box of glue. So if you're looking for them, look for that box of glue and then look in the box behind it, because they were still inside the inner boxes. So it's not obvious what's in that box, but they were there in that box behind the box of glue. And look at these beautiful, I love these little thread storage things, because they've got these little divots on top, and then they have little feet on the bottom, so the feet fit into the divots so that they don't wander around and slide across each other. $12.99 is the cheapest I've ever seen one of those carts in Ollie's. Usually they're $14.99, so that was a great price. And if you need transfer tape, this is 2 feet by 12 feet. That is a full 24 square feet of transfer tape for $8, which is a really good price. Several people have told me that this is a really great price for the scissors vinyl, because usually it's more than that for just one roll, and you're getting 3 rolls for $8, and that's a good price. And these are starting to show up in most of the Ollies that I'm in now. They weren't there at the beginning of the year. They weren't there last year, but they have been in this stores since the beginning of this year, and it's a great price for them. So if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely go there. These EK Tool scissors, they show up a lot, and they're really cool. But that's one of the things that the price is pretty consistent on. Everywhere that I've seen the EK Tool scissors, they've been $2.99. We're back to more of the Park Lane ribbon, but the rest of the stuff up here, oh wait, no, we're not up to where I thought I was. These gift bags, I don't know how much they were. They might have been $1. They did have one gift bag that was absolutely huge, like these right here. See, they're folded in half. These are $2.49. They're actually marked, but that is a huge gift bag, because where my hand was, that was a fold where it had been folded in half. I mean, just absolutely huge gift bags. And this is beautiful, beautiful vinyl. This is worth the $3.99 in my opinion, because it is metallic and it is yellow. This one is a really light pale green glitter that's gorgeous and wonderful. So, and that's actually name brand Cricut vinyl. And then you've got the smart vinyl as well. And this store only had the green. I've only found the trifecta where they had the green, the yellow, and blue all in one store a couple of times. This one only had the green. And then they had this ultraviolet infusible ink, and I have never seen any other color of infusible ink in any of these Ollies, so I don't know if Cricut makes that in any other color, or if ultramarine is or ultraviolet or whatever they call it is the only one. This is the best way to buy tissue in Ollies. If you can find that package for 99 cents, it's 2 feet by 2 feet. Each sheet is 2 feet by 2 feet, but it's 99 cents for 20 sheets. As of the time that I was in the store, they have stopped doing the Christmas sale. So the stuff is no longer 75% off if it's holiday stuff. That sale has ended, but still $1 for those holiday tissues is really cool. That's 2 different sizes of burlap, so that's why the price changed. The check one, the buffalo check one in the back, was actually more than twice as much as the one in front, and these are so pretty. They are postcards that you can color and then send through the mail, and they are just beautiful. And I bought a package of these because I have some of a different style that has buildings on it. I hadn't seen the wildlife one before, so I bought it. There's a package of cardstock in this stack right there. That's $1.49 for that particular package of cardstock, but I didn't highlight it and I didn't put a price on it because it would have been just popped up and popped away, and I didn't want to confuse you with that. This was $2.99, and this is really pretty because one of the sides is textured and the other side isn't. So you've got the opportunity to have texture or not texture, and it was $2.99. The sheets are 8.5 by 11, and they're like 25 sheets in there, I think. So it's not a horrible price for cardstock. $1.79 for name brand Cricut cards. And these are big greeting cards. Those are comparable to 5x7 greeting cards. Is an amazing price. They had the packages of Cricut cutting mats for $4, but those do not fit in a Cricut Joy. And I know that because I bought some for my Cricut Joy and they just don't fit. These right here are the AK Tools presses, punches that you can get different styles of. And I think this one had the smiley face and the poop emoji one. So those are what they had there. And then there was that Heidi Swap letter pack for less than you saw there. And cute little cards. Oh my gosh. And then they had this one, and I only found this one hanging on a peg, that Cricut knife. It was just so cute. And I love these so much. I can't bring myself to buy one because I just don't need one like this, because I just really don't need to start hauling my craft supplies here, there, and everywhere. But if you take craft supplies with you when you go on trips or whatever, this is a great way to carry them because it's got a slot in the top for things like knives or pen knives and or paint brushes, and then it's got the tray on the inside, and I lifted it up and you could see how much room was underneath that tray. A lot of room in that, so it was pretty decent. And this is the first time I have ever seen this. This artist studio is like everything you need to start doing any sort of visual arts that require color and pigment and hue, because it's got acrylic paints, it's got watercolors, it's got the alcohol, the double-sided alcohol pens. It's got, what do you call them? Colored pencils. It's got so many different things that you can use for so many different styles of art. And you could be set to go for $20. You could have a huge variety of things to make artwork out of. So cool. So pretty. And they had Arteza sets here. I've seen this one. I've started to see that particular one with the wood pieces quite a bit recently. I hadn't seen that at all last year. That's another one of those items that I think that has appeared in the Ollie's liquidation, which is why I think this liquidation is far from over, because new things keep showing up all the time. Things that I've never seen before. And I honestly think that there's more stuff in the warehouse that hasn't been distributed to the stores. And I really wish that the liquidation and the distribution of this liquidation was far more equitable, because I know that a lot of these items that I show in these videos from here in Florida just aren't appearing in other stores. And I really, really hope that I have my fingers hugely crossed that as soon as this bad weather is gone, that the trucks start rolling out of Florida and start bringing these things to your stores up in the northern areas. And so you can partake of and you can acquire these beautiful items at these great prices. This was $1. Yes, that huge bow was $1. And they had several of them. I thought that was really amazing. So most of the stuff in that area was $1. These little party supplies, they're also $1. And then I keep saying, look at the discounted food. I'm not a coffee drinker. I am totally of the opinion that coffee doesn't taste good. Cream and sugar taste good. Coffee is to give your cream and sugar some color and flair. That's my entire opinion of coffee. But that was 75% off, which means that box of coffee pods after the discount was only $1.25. Oh my gosh, look at the discounted foods. And these little fleece blankets where you just tie the fleeces together and you make a blanket out of that. That is such a cool craft. Anybody can do it. Basically, any age group can do it. And you end up with a really warm blanket out of it, which is a really good use for time and a really good thing to come out of it. Not really so sure why they're so prevalent in Florida, but whatever. It does get chilly here, obviously, sometimes. Not very often, but it does sometimes. These canvases are great. They're $10 a package, and it just depends on what size package you get as to how many canvases you get in the package. That largest one, you only got 1, but the next one down, you got 2. Some of these you get 8. A couple of them you get 10. It just depends on the size of the canvas as to how many you get in there, but they're all $10 a package, which is a really good thing. They've had these for a while, and that shows because they've marked them down. They used to be $15. Now these have been marked down to $10. The smaller ones used to be $10, and now they've been marked down to $5. So if that's something that you were waiting on, there's your sign. There's your ability to go get it for cheaper than it was originally. This was a really cool little notepad, little dry erase board. And then the Astrobrites, they have two of these. They're the same size. One of them is paper and one of them is cardstock. So if you're looking for the cardstock one, make sure you look at it very carefully. Usually the cardstock ones don't say they're cardstock unless there's a little piece of paper, a little label of paper attached to the bottom of one of them. But most of the ones that say what they are, they actually are paper. So be sure you're looking really closely at those Astrobrite things. But either way, I mean, $8 for a huge quantity of Astrobrite is a really good price. And then these, this set of folders was really cool. And I really don't show it very well, but it's a folder with a pocket on the outside. So not only can you put things on the inside of the folder, but you have the opportunity to put things on the outside of the folder in the little pocket that was there. And I thought that was a really neat idea for a folder. This is an aisle that had a lot of kits on it, but I did see this really cute, is it Grogu or Gorgu? Grogu. This little, really cute little Grogu Star Wars thing that had a lot of little art supplies in it that would be really cute for somebody to take on a train or a trip or a plane or a car. And so they have something to do. Heavy duty tape dispenser, really nice heavy duty tape dispenser. One of those that you sit on a desk and it never moves no matter how many times you pull tape off of it. And I thought this was really pretty, but then I saw it was $5, and I don't really think that's a great price for a little desk pad like that. But, you know, somebody might want it and somebody might take it. They didn't have any of them that I saw other than that one. So if they had others, it was either somewhere else in the store or they have already sold them off. These string art ones, these are really cool. I love most of the kits that they have at these Ollie's. Oh, the Arteza one. Oh, I've been looking so hard for the Mandela one. And one of the members of the Chatty Crafty Guild found them in Michigan. So some of these items are making it up north, so definitely check your stores. You never know what you're going to find in Ollie's because every Ollie's is different. I mean, the last time that I went to the Tampa area, there are 5 Ollie's within 35 miles of each other, and each one of them had significantly different stock in them. It was interesting. Those are on the video. Those are on my channel about a month and a half ago. If you want to see how significantly different the stock is from one store to another, even if they're within 35 miles of each other. So I thought that was interesting. This is beautiful resume paper, and for $2.99 for 100 sheets of resume paper, that is an incredible price and massively useful in junk journals and things like that. And there it is, 8.5 miles of curling ribbon for $15. Those came from Party City, and they have lots of them, and the stores are now starting to get them even across the country because people in the Chatty Crafty Guild, the Facebook group, the link is in the description, and we would love to have you there. But please remember to answer the questions, because if I don't see it within an hour and you haven't answered the questions, then the helper, the little Facebook meta helper that does that, will just cancel your request and I'll never see it. So make sure you answer the questions so that I see that you've requested to join. Anyway, the Facebook group has pointed out a lot of those in a lot of different states, and it's really cool. These little pads were also really neat for a junk journal, and they had several different styles of them, as I've been showing you while I've been talking about the Facebook group. But they had some really cute little styles of them that were really neat. And they had this little handwriting book. I didn't pull one out because they were all hooked together, and I didn't want to cause them all to fall out. But they were really neat, and I've seen them before. Post-it notes, actual honest-to-goodness Post-it notes, name brand Post-it notes for $5. I don't know if that's a good price, but if that's something you're looking for, there you go. And this was the coolest thing. They had a superhero one and they had a princess one, and it was 79 cents, and it's got all the materials and all the pieces to make an entire personally decorated little costume of sorts. And it would be such a great, fun thing to do on a trip or for Halloween. And for 79 cents, you just can't beat that. I mean, you can have your little superheroes, you can have your little princesses, just really cute, cute, cute thing. I did buy one of each of those because in the front of it, that very front page is a whole bunch of little accoutrements that can be used in card making. So I did buy one of each of those because I want to use the accoutrements in card making. This was a neat idea. Not something that I need because I don't need to make precision cuts like that, but that is a laser guided set of scissors. Seriously, it's a laser guided set of scissors. You have a little laser that points out where you're cutting, and so you can sit there and make sure that you're cutting a perfectly straight line by following the laser. I thought that was neat for fiber crafters, neat for sewing people, neat for anybody who needs to make sure that they're cutting absolutely straight lines. I don't need it. I didn't buy it, but I thought that was interesting, and I really wanted to point it out to you because, like I keep saying, this channel does not gatekeep. This channel sits there and tells you what's out there across the board, across all of the different genres of arts and crafts, and whatever supply is in an Ollie's, that's what I'm going to show you. And it's possible that I missed some items because several Ollie's I know should have yarn in them, but I don't see it, which tells me that it's on an aisle. It's not where all the craft supplies are. But any craft supplies that I come across in an Ollie's, I'm going to show you. And sometimes I show you things that aren't craft supplies, like that bag right there. That was definitely not where it was supposed to be, but it was in the arts and crafts section, so I picked it up and showed it to you. I thought this was not that great a price. $5 for a set of flashcards didn't seem like a great price to me, but to be fair, I don't buy flashcards for preschoolers, so it's possible that it was a great price. Now, the unicorn thing was awesome, and then when I did not notice this in the store, but that one right there says that it's a unicorn tie-dye set. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd seen that because I would definitely have highlighted it for you, and it's quite possible that I would have bought it because I have in my past dabbled in tie-dyeing. It's something that I enjoy doing, but it's not something that I do anymore because it requires me to go outside and be outside for a while to do it, and being outside is just not something that's in my wheelhouse right now. Those of you that have watched my channel, you know, have significant mental health issues, and the fact that my brain even allows me to go into these Ollies at all is amazing because my brain says that these Ollies are safe. And as far as safe places go, I have Ollie's, and I have one specific Aldi, the grocery store Aldi, on Thursdays only. Those are the only places that my brain will let me go in. Otherwise, everything is not safe. And so I'm really enjoying the ability to do this. I'm really enjoying the ability to bring this to you. And I thank you so very much for watching. It's not done yet. I just want to say that I thank you so very much for spending some time with me and watching this because it definitely gives me an out, it gives me a release, and it gives me something to do, and it allows me to continue to live my best life, even though for over 3 years I have been a shut-in. I have mental health issues that have made me a shut-in for over 3 years, and yet I still get to share these with you, and I still get to show you what's at these Ollies, and I really appreciate you taking the time to like, subscribe, comment, whatever is in your capability of doing. If watching it to the end is what you're capable of, I appreciate you so very much. If full engagement is what you're capable of, again, I appreciate you so very much. There's no difference in my level of appreciation if you're engaging with my channel in some way. Fiber crafters. Oh my gosh, they had so many different styles of... This is the store that has the most different styles of fabric that I have seen. I have seen lots of fabric in one store, but it was all duck canvas. It was a lot of different colors, but it was all duck cloth or duck canvas. This one has athletic stuff. This one has... what was it? They have the polyester suiting that they talked about. There's gauze in this store. This store has so many different styles of fabric, and each bolt is $20. You get the entire bolt for $20, and there's 8 or 10 yards on these bolts, and these bolts on the ends of them, I don't show it very well on them, but the original price on the ends of them is showing up. And I have had people in the Chatty Crafty Guild say that they have found the Dapper James or the Draper James fabric, which is normally like $23 a yard, on sale at their Ollie's for like $20 for a bolt. That is incredible. And if I ever come across it, I will definitely tell you where it is, but amazing. I don't remember having come across that. I remember having come across lace, and I've come across gauze and the polyester suiting, and I've come across the duck fabric, but I don't remember having come across the Dapper James one. And if I do, I will definitely show you where it is. And if I have come across it, I've already shown you where it is. And then they had these little Better Homes and Gardens ones, which I thought were interesting because it's still $2 a yard because you get 2 yards on there, but it's 100% cotton. And that is really cool because it's a lot harder and harder and harder to find 100% cotton fabric. And if you buy $20 worth, like the bolts, you're still getting 10 yards of it, but it's separated into 2 yard sections. So it's usable. It's not as good as getting an entire bolt where you can have the entire length of fabric all in front of you, but still, it's a really nice price for 100% cotton. And then they had these cute little Easter things, so I thought I'd point them out because they're much cheaper than a lot of the other places that would be selling them. Like these nice big flocked eggs, those would be $5 at Dollar Tree, but here they're only $2. I don't know if $8 for this little dish was worth it, but it was a really cute little carrot. And then look at these, $1 for these little eggs that you can hang on a little tree. Those would be so cute. And then they had these really cute little gnomes, and oh, the last gnomes. Oh, the last gnomes were my absolute favorite. Oh, I loved them so much. I do appreciate everybody for watching. We have reached almost the end. Just wait till the last gnomes, though. Oh, they were so cute. I mean, you've gone this far. You may as well wait the last 20 seconds to see the last gnomes, but they were so cute. But I do want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much for spending your time with me, and I really hope that you got value for the time that you spent with me, and I appreciate you ever so much. Cheers and happy crafting. Aren't they cute?